Welcome Phoenix Star Live. Welcome Phoenix Star Live. Hiya! I'm Rocco, the friendly fox. Oh waggles tail, let's have fun and make this stream the best. Fox emoji, 2 hearts emoji.
Opgepast, we gaan
Ladies
starten.
and gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
Oh, and my webcam is, of course, frozen. That's an issue. Oh fuck. Why has that happened? Okay. I've had some weird stream behavior before, but this might take the cake. Hang on. There's always something going wrong with these live streams, I swear to God. Alright. This is awkward as hell, but hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Welcome to Koen's Corner, everybody. It's my pleasure to be here. And it's my pleasure to also be here in physical form. Holy crap. Alright. I think something went wrong because I was screwing around a little bit with some of my USB devices because shit just didn't work the way that I was expecting. But hey, welcome to the stream, everybody. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different, and I should probably put on some more appropriate music for the occasion. If I can find it. This should be it. Perfect. So today, what I want to do is play some Pokemon LeafGreen. We're gonna start a brand new run. I haven't done a proper run of this game in a long time, so it's gonna be interesting to try and do it today. But more importantly, I am currently restreaming this. I'm doing a multi-stream to both YouTube and Twitch. Yes, I decided to give Twitch another shot to see how it goes. It's probably gonna go horribly, but we're gonna give it a shot and see how it goes. I have literally never done this before, so I have no idea how well this will or won't work. But there's really only one way to find out, isn't it? So we're gonna give it a shot and see how it goes. I need to see how the stream is currently holding up on both platforms. Because, like I said, I've never done this before. And also, while I'm at it, I also added a couple of other new things that I wanted to try. Mainly, this little guy right here. This is Racco, our little fox friend, and he is here to, you know, make the stream a little bit more cheerful. Add a little bit more personality, add something fun to the stream. And you can it is possible to interact with him if you're on Twitch. You can only interact with Racco when you're on Twitch. There's a number of commands that you can put in. If you're already on Twitch, you should be able to see a number of messages pop up right now. These are all of the commands that you can use for Racco.
Peeks out
So
from behind the camera and yips happily hiya. Koen's little red fox friend. I'm here to spread joy and fun with all my Twitch pals. Wags tail excitedly.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. He's here to add a little bit more fun to the stream. That's basically it. Also, I didn't realize that he was also that whole message was also going to send in separate things, so I should probably fix that around when I can. I'm not gonna do that right now, because this is not a test stream. Well, it technically is, but it's also just a game stream. We're gonna do some maintenance streams or whatever at a later date, but for the time being, we're just gonna leave it as it is. Right now, we're just gonna have some fun. And I hope you all are just as excited as I am right now. It should be a good time. Oh my goodness. And for the occasion, I also brought with me some vitamin water. Granite apple and raspberry flavor. Which happens to be one of my favorite flavors of vitamin water as well, so that should be a great time. But yeah, Pokemon LeafGreen. Fun fact, Pokemon LeafGreen was the first and only Pokemon games that I owned when I was a kid. Like, I had a GBA that I don't even remember how I got it. I definitely did not pay for it. I got it as a gift, but I don't remember if it was a birthday gift or if it was a Christmas present. I don't remember. But I remember that was a very big deal to me at the time because I've always wanted to have a Game Boy that was actually my own back in the day, because the Game Boy that we had was not technically mine, it was technically my dad's, but so I've always wanted a GBA that was genuinely my own, and that GBA, it put me through a lot of years. It was I've used it for many years until my DS came, and I almost exclusively was playing on that. I still own a DS. This is not the DS. My old DS, I don't even know what happened to that thing, but it's long since gone. And this is one that I got as a gift from a friend of mine. And it still works absolutely great. I say, as the DS doesn't want to turn on. And I think I know why. The DS is the battery is almost completely dead on this thing, so I need to charge it, but that's not something we're going to be doing today. I'll do that at a later date. But yeah, I have very fond memories of playing the GBA and the DS, of course. Both of those systems are absolutely fantastic. And I love them to death. And one of my favorite games to play on the GBA was Pokemon LeafGreen. I played that thing all the time. I was never especially good at it. I really suck at Pokemon games, sadly. But you know, the thing with video games in general for me was that I pretty much just played whatever I had access to, because I didn't have money to buy my own. I didn't really get a whole lot of money to buy my own video games. And my parents often made it a very deliberate effort to keep me away from video games as much as they possibly could back in the day. So I didn't really get a whole lot of video games. I was lucky enough that I even got a Pokemon game to begin with, because my parents would have never wanted to give me Super Mario Brothers or whatever. Which is sad, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I at the very least got to have some fun playing video games. Alright. Also, a couple of other games that I owned back in the day. There was honestly not a lot. There was Pokemon LeafGreen. I had Mario Power Tennis, or Mario Tennis Power Tour, I guess it was called in the States. That was a horrible twirl. Mario Golf Advance Tour. I had. That was really neat. Some weird... I don't even know what that was. It was a game where you fly a... my god. The name is escaping me. I'm really sorry. I'm dumb. But it was a game where you basically fly in like a battle aircraft or whatever. I'm really smart. I promise. No, I'm super dumb. But anyway. It's all good. It doesn't matter. The point is, I had some very weird-ass games growing up. I did get The Legend of Spyro. I don't even remember which one. But I got a Legend of Spyro game on the GBA, which, believe it or not, there were actually Spyro games on the GBA. They were really not good. They were really bad. And for some bizarre reason, they were also astonishingly difficult. From what I remember anyway, like, they were really not that easy to play through. But again, that was just what I had access to back in the day. I didn't own a whole lot of Pokemon. I didn't own a whole lot of games on that system. So, I had to make do with what I had. Which typically was not really that much at all. I did, however, own one game that I still play to this very day. This, of course, does not include Pokemon LeafGreen, which we're going to be playing today. But I did own a copy of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories on that GBA. Which actually came with that GBA. And because the particular GBA that I had was a Kingdom Hearts Special Edition. Which was really cool. And I had no idea that it was a special edition at the time. I was just like, oh cool, a GBA with some cool tribal artwork on it. And it happened to come with the Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories game. If I did, I had absolutely no idea that particular GBA would later become a collector's item. Now, to be clear, I don't even know if I still have it. It's probably somewhere in my closet. But the artwork on that GBA is completely worn out. And it's been worn out for literally years. It's been through a lot, I'll put it that way. The battery is almost completely dead at this point. It doesn't work anymore. The backlight that it had, because it had this really sick backlight on it, is pretty much non-functional at this point anymore. It's completely busted, that GBA is. But I absolutely love that thing still. It's a fantastic little device. But anyway, I think I've been rambling on for long enough. Let's actually get into the game. And we're gonna see how it goes. It's probably gonna go horribly because, like I said, I really do suck at this. But
Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
That's right. And we're in. Actually, before I do this, there's a little something that I would like to do first. Because right now I'm streaming the entire desktop audio, but what I would like to do is to mute the game audio. And the reason why is because I kinda really want to just have the lo-fi music on for the remainder of this. Did you ever try the GBA SP? The particular GBA SP that I own, the particular GBA that I owned was the SP, actually. Hello, Distant Shore, welcome. I found one while sorting through my dad's old stuff the other day from 2004. I missed the old clamshell. The clamshell was absolutely sick. Also, how have you been, Strider? It's been a hot minute since I've seen you on the stream. It's me, Zoro. Hello, Zoro! Welcome, welcome. I just now realized that this is also, capturing the game audio from my emulator. Hang on. I'm gonna mute the music for a brief moment. I need to figure out how to just stream my window captures audio real quick. I think there should be a way to do that. Otherwise, I'll just have to mute the in-game audio real quick. How is everyone doing today, by the way? Everyone doing great? Because I sure am. Now, I can't seem to be able to just mute the music, the in-game streaming audio. Then I'm just gonna mute the audio from my emulator itself. That is fine with me. I'm just gonna do it through Windows' own volume mixer. That should do it. And that does it. Just home to start cooking, and you're always pleasant background noise, good sir. Thank you very much. I haven't seen LeafGreen in ages either. The last time that I actually did a proper playthrough of this, I believe was back in 2020, 2021 or something. It was during the pandemic. Actually, let me completely restart this real quick. I'm gonna start a brand new run on this. I did do one quick run of it, just to see if everything was working right. And gonna enjoy this. But yeah, that one run that I did 5 years ago, I think. 5 or 6 years ago. Jesus, the time flies by so quick. Was this your first Pokemon game? Mine was the original Red. Oh, that goes back. That goes way back. Yeah, this actually was my my first Pokemon game. Way back in, I want to say, what was it? 2007, 2008, I think I started playing this. A long time ago, it was. Fire Red might be my favorite game to Nuzlocke. Just because I don't have 5 million bubbles of text to spam through. That's true. We're gonna go... Actually, we're gonna make Racco a part of the stream. What do you say, Racco? Hope you're ready for this. My first Pokemon games were Soul Silver, White, and White 2. Oh, Soul Silver! The Silver was... Soul Silver and Heart Gold are brilliant games to play. Love those games. My childhood is jealous of GBA colors and no ugly green and black colors with no backlighting. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you were. Just because of the anime, I'm also gonna call my rival Gary. Because I'm not in the least bit creative or original in that sense. Yeah, the GBA is still it still has a really nice screen as well. When you go back to playing the GBA, especially the GBA SP, That thing had a beautiful display to play all of your favorite games on. It was great. Like, I remember being genuinely impressed by the GBA display when I first played that thing. Because before I had the GBA, I played on my father's original Game Boy. And that thing had a pretty horrendous screen on it compared to my GBA. Now, granted, that thing originally came out in 1989, I want to say. And, so... It's definitely aged by the time that I got my GBA SP.
Hope everyone enjoys it here. Please follow the stream.
Thanks for reminding everybody, Racco. Oh, man. You can have one. Go on, choose. Yeah, Gary. Your turn comes when your turn comes. All right. We have a very important choice to make, and since I suck at making choices myself, we're gonna do something a little bit fun. At least I hope it's fun. Let me grab this beauty. Let me just set up something real quick. I probably should have done this before I started the stream, but I literally just now thought of this idea. I always go Squirtle, what's your favorite? I don't really have a favorite starter from the Kanto region, to be honest. Like, they're all really fun in their own ways. Bulbasaur. Nice. Bulbasaur is also a very good choice, for sure. Alright. Oh, where is my full screen view in this? Nah, actually, we can just do it, we can just do it this way. Alright. So here's what we're gonna do. The screen is really not centered, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna let fate decide which one of the 3 starters we're going with. We got Charmander, Squirtle, or Bulbasaur. Which one do you think the wheel is gonna land on? Ash's first choice. Pikachu can always remember he was 4th choice. That is definitely true. Bulbasaur was technically... no, actually, Squirtle was, I'm pretty sure, Ash's first choice. When he went to Oak's lab in the anime. I think Bulbasaur was Ash's last choice had it not been for Pikachu. But anyway. Spin the wheel! And we're getting Charmander. Oh, Bulbasaur was 2nd choice, really? That is honestly really surprising. But you know, that's perfectly fair. Charmander. Oh, no. I do not want Bulbasaur. I believe this was... No, that's Squirtle. My memory is really not great. So Charmander is our Pokemon for the remainder of the run. Well, at least our starter for the remainder of the run. It is actually funny. During my last proper Pokemon LeafGreen run, I did pick Charmander as my starter. And I had a pretty good time with him. We're getting the fire dragon that can't fly. I might hate Charizard. I'm not gonna be flying with Charmander. Charmander is my my fire beast. If I was to pick a Pokemon to fly on, it would probably be Pidgeotto or Pidgeot. Notice how both of those are in the same evolution of Pokemon too, so... I don't really remember what other flying types exist in this. Because it has been such a long time since I last played this. I remember there were a fair few in Ruby and Sapphire. And Emerald, arguably, but... yeah. I meant the fire dragon that somehow isn't a dragon type. What typing is Charizard, actually? That's interesting to think about, actually. What type of Pokemon is Charizard? You know, aside from... fire flying. Okay. Why isn't he a dragon type? Like, Charizard literally is a dragon. Why isn't he a dragon type? Why must he be fire and flying? I mean, obviously, fire because it's the fire starter, but... that seems really strange, doesn't it? That the fire dragon isn't an actual dragon type Pokemon? His Mega is a fire dragon, but he himself isn't. Yeah. Really strange. Also, Mega Evolution in Pokemon. I never got to experience Mega Evolution. Mainly because I didn't own XY or Alpha Sapphire or Omega Ruby, which did have Mega Evolution in them. And I think the latest Pokemon entries had Mega Evolution in it. I just never played them. I haven't played those yet. Actually, I don't even know if those are out yet. There's actually only one dragon Pokemon originally in this game. Technically Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite. But they're all the same Pokemon. Isn't Dragonite different from Dratini and Dragonair? Or is that thing in the same evolution? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Are you thinking of getting a Mankey? Probably not. Maybe? But I don't know if that's a Pokemon that I would want to go for, to be honest. They're all three in the same evolution tree. Okay, that's fascinating. I did not know that. That's pretty cool, though. But yeah, Mankey is one that I never really thought about getting. I know it's a pretty powerful one, especially when it's when it evolves, but never really caught my eye that much. He's a big help with Brock. Oh, that's right! Brock is gonna be my first opponent. He's gonna be the first gym leader that I have to face. Ah, oh, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure that out. First I need to get a parcel for Professor Oak, though, before I do anything else. You can get Mankey in the early game, right? Like, you can catch him, right before the gym league, the Pokemon League, right? Just tell me if you need help with the fight. Yeah, that would be honestly quite helpful. Only dragon we had at the time in Red and Blue closest to that was dragon-like Pokemon like Charizard and Gyarados. Gyarados is not a dragon type? No way! Gyarados was a dragon type, right? Or is my mind just tripping? I legitimately have no idea. That's wild, though. The round next to Viridian City, so I did remember that right. Okay, cool. Mankey would be obtainable there, then. I'm definitely gonna have to keep that in mind. Because Brock, if my strongest Pokemon is gonna be my Charmander, that is still not gonna be nearly enough to defeat Brock in the Pewter Gym. Rock has a very significant advantage over fire types. And Charmander is still very much a weakling at this stage in the game, so... that's gonna be annoying to deal with. I also suggest giving it low kick, as low kick does more damage the heavier the opponent is, and Onix is a heavy boy. Very true. Onix is a powerhouse of a Pokemon. Which is really odd. Alright. And we got Ember.
Welcome, Avenging Bishop Regs.
Oh, no, let's not do that, please. Please, let's not do that. I'm gonna have to get rid of this. How do I do that? Here we go. We're not gonna throw AI bullcrap in my Twitch chat, my guy. Thanks, a bundle, for for notifying me about that, Racco. That's beautiful. Alright. I first need to go to the Pokemon Mart. Before I can even do much of anything, I need to go to the Pokemon Mart. And get Oak's parcel, bring it back to Oak. And then get some Pokemon, Pokeballs from there. I forgot you can double stream on YouTube and Twitch now. Yeah, that's a thing that you, that's been a thing for a very long time at this point. This is my first time ever trying a multi-stream setup. So everything that you're seeing on here is also being streamed directly to Twitch. Which, by the way, just as a little fun fact, that little fox boy that you see right down there in the corner is not just there for decoration. You can interact with that, with him. If you were to go to my Twitch channel, I'm gonna dump the link in the live chat right now. If you go on to my Twitch channel, you will be able to interact with Racco over there. There's a number of commands that you can use to interact with him, which I put below the live stream on Twitch. So, just in case you want to try that out for yourself. Misty might be an issue for you too. Well, that really depends. Like, Oh!
Welcome, Water Goddess Halia.
Hello, welcome to the stream. It's great to have you here. I am going to the... Did I go to the right place? Wow, I just now realized I didn't even get Oak's parcel just now. I'm a freaking idiot. Okay, I need to go back to Viridian City then. This is actually fine though.
Welcome, Water Goddess Halia.
Just followed you on Twitch. Thank you very much, Zoro, for your follow. No, I don't think I want to battle too much yet.
Nice to meet you. I'm Rocco.
Look at him just waving his head around. Such a cute little fox. It's amazing the kind of stuff that is possible with Twitch streaming these days. That is one thing that I always really liked about Twitch, is that there are a lot of things that you can do with your live streams if you know how to set everything up. Let me tell you, it definitely was a process to set everything up the way that it is right now with the multi-stream and with Racco especially and all of that. And even doing the little things like the notification sounds or whatever. Speaking of which, I just realized that for some reason my Streamlabs sounds are not working. I need to see if my alert box actually functions properly. If it doesn't, I probably have to do something about that. Yeah. So that little thing right there, that was supposed to pop up as soon as you followed. And for some reason, that did not happen. As well as a live event that for some reason doesn't seem to work. Let me see if I can replicate this. There we go. Yeah, this is really odd. There's still a lot that I need to figure out with this whole thing. My favorite Pokemon is Gengar. Nice. I always name my Gengar Boo after 2 reasons. One is Mario Boo and second is Strider's Boo. That is adorable. But yeah, for some reason, some things are just not really working right. I might need to fix that at some point. But anyway. Let's get back into this. I did now get the parcel for Professor Oak. Boo is very flattered. I'm sure he is. Oh, man. Not gonna lie, this is the first time that I ever play Pokemon completely muted, by the way. And with just having my own music on in the background. It's gonna take some getting used to, but I'm sure I'm gonna get used to it fairly quickly. This is one part of the game that I never quite understood. Why do I have to deliver Oak's package? It seems like a really odd thing to be doing. As well as a lot of filler, to be honest. It doesn't really feel like it's all that important to what we're doing here. On the desk there is my invention, the Pokédex. Awesome. So now our journey can finally officially begin. Our journey can finally officially start, everybody. Are we all ready? Are we all ready? Because I can tell you this much. We had a lot of game filler stuff in the 90s. Did we? Honestly, couldn't tell you. I didn't grow up in the 90s, so I couldn't tell. And most of the games that I did play from that era were platforming games, like frickin' Mega Man X and Super Mario Brothers or whatever. Who shall he capture first? Well, I'm not sure if it's gonna be this Pidgey. Because Pidgey is honestly a level 2 Pidgey. Should I capture a level 2 Pidgey? Is that a good idea? I'm honestly not sure if it is a good idea. I am not gonna do that. I would like one that is at the very least somewhat kind of a higher level? It'll be your Pidgeot. Alright, see, that is a lot more like it. That is a lot more like it. One thing that I honestly never really liked that much about Pokemon is that the early game is just... I mean, depending on how you play it, it's just really, really slow. So, this whole process could easily take all gosh darn day if I'm lucky. There we go. Oh, there go a bunch of bottles. Oh my goodness. I'm really not doing this right. I'm knocking over all kinds of stuff over here. Really not great. Here we go. Alright. Pidgey, the tiny bird Pokemon. A common sight in forests and woods. It flaps its wings It flaps its wings at ground level to kick up blinding sand. The funny thing is, that is actually what happened in the Pokemon anime, if you remember that one. A lot of crazy shenanigans happened in the first Pokemon anime, actually. It's kind of crazy what kind of stuff would happen there. I would like some more items before I actually go on. So we're gonna buy a bunch. We're gonna buy... Oh, excuse me. We're gonna buy a bunch of stuff before we move on. And to the left of Viridian City, we should also be able to get a Mankey, because Zorel told me that. I'm gonna buy a bunch of potions. Not a lot of them, but still. Hopefully that should be enough for the time being. And I'm just gonna spend the remainder of what I have on potions. That's fine. I wasn't around for the 90s. Yeah, neither was I. I was around for the 2000s, though. I was definitely around for the 2000s. Should I heal my Pokemon? It's probably handy. I don't think my friend's gonna get back in time to finish La La Land. I might have to tell him we can watch it some other day. What is La La Land? I feel like I've heard of that before, but I'm not sure on what exactly it is. Enlighten me, please. My curiosity is piqued. It's a musical drama movie with Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling. Don't think I remember who they are, but that sounds pretty sick, I guess. Alright, let's see. This is the pathway back to Viridian City. I think this is a dead end. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So there's this huge patch of grass over here. We should be able to find a Mankey in here. Actually, before I do this, I'm going to switch my Pidgey over to here. I do like my Pokemon team to at the very least be a little bit balanced. So that is definitely going to contribute to the length of this entire run. It's going to take a long ass time to take everyone to the level that I want them to be. So that's going to be annoying and a half to deal with. But it'll be well worth it. to at the very least have a team by my side that's going to be a little bit on the semi-powerful side, I guess. Ah, the Amazing Spider-Man movies. That's why. That's what I know her from. Well, not exactly know her from, because I have not ever seen the Spider-Man movies, or the Amazing Spider-Man movies anyway. Just because I don't really care that much for the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Oh, we can get a Sparrow! But that is pretty dang sick. I don't know if I should use my potion just yet. I'm definitely gonna try and get that Sparrow. Is it a wise idea to try and get it with a Charmander? Probably not. But we're gonna try it anyway. Alright. You're mine, Sparrow. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Also, Blade Runner 2099 is one that I've been very interested in for a long time. Never seen it. Alright, Sparrow, another tiny bird Pokemon. Eats bugs in grassy areas. It has to flap its short wings at high speed to stay airborne. That is adorable. Although, didn't it have very large wings in the anime? Like, I remember it having pretty big wings, all things considered. Alright. Attempt number 2 with the Mankey. And this time we're doing it. Spearow. As in a spear weapon and... Oh my. My freaking goodness, my man. Just in case you're curious of original pronunciation. I think I pronounced that correctly, didn't I? Alright, Mankey. You're up. If I caught this one, we're go. Fudge. I heard Sparrow. Did I say Sparrow? Or Spearow? Ugh. I don't know. I know my pronunciation sounds a little bit weird at times because of my weird Dutch accent, but yeah. I don't know if trying to catch this guy with a Charmander is really the play. I'm gonna try this one more time, and if this doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to play either Pidgey or Spearow. I don't think this is going to work. Pidgey, we're gonna heal you. We're gonna throw you into battle. Just don't try not to kill these this Mankey, please. I need it for I need this guy for my battle up against Brock. And oh, come on! God damn it, PG. You had one job. Also, your stats really leave a lot to be desired at this stage in the game. This is so freaking frustrating. But I really badly need a Mankey in order to even get remotely far in this. Lowering it to yellow should be fine for catching? Yeah, that's what I thought, but clearly it wasn't. But you gotta remember, it also greatly depends on the specific Pokeball that you're trying to use. Because the original Pokeball, this guy is really not that good. It's... compared to a lot of other Pokeballs that we're going to see later on in the game, this thing is really not that helpful. You want to at the very least get a Great Ball or an Ultra Ball. But the Ultra Ball is definitely gonna... the Ultra Ball is definitely gonna... be expensive to purchase, so... Okay, a Rattata is at the very least decent. I don't remember if I beat Brock using a Rattata, actually. I might have. But it's hard for me to remember. I might have missed it. I was cooking. My favorite anime was probably Dragon Ball GT, which is probably a terrible choice. I mostly grew up with anime in the 2000s. Really depends on how you look at it. Like, Dragon Ball GT is, from my understanding, one of the better Dragon Ball series. But also, anime is just really, one of those things where it's like, is there really a right or wrong answer? Especially given that every single fan of anime I've ever spoken to likes the exact same thing. It's either Dragon Ball, JoJo, One Piece, and that's about it. That's the three main anime I always hear about whenever somebody talks about anime. And then you have weird nerds like me who just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokémon or whatever. Alright. So this is the lineup for my team as it is right now. Not looking great. I still at the very least want to get that Mankey. If I can get a Mankey, that would be fantastic. Do you have any particular animes you like, Koen? I haven't been watching that much. I've mostly been getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Recently again, which has been really fun. More specifically, I've been watching the Yu-Gi-Oh! English dub again, after having seen the original Japanese version of it quite a bunch in recent years. I really wanted to just watch the dub again to see what that was like. And, at that moment I came to the realization how much I come to miss the dub of Duel Monsters, because the dub is just so much more fun and has a lot more charm to it than the original Japanese broadcast to it. It has this kind of silliness to it that the original version just was not able to replicate, because it was trying to be a lot darker and not nearly as silly as the dub was. That was not to say that the dub didn't have its serious moments. It definitely had much slower moments as well, where it basically was just taking a lot of time to develop character and whatnot, and that I definitely... Holy shit! Okay, I was not ready for Spearow to be that powerful, but okay. But anyway, 4Kids in general just had this habit of just doing silly stuff for the hell of it, just having a little bit of, just having fun, rather than just having anime be overly dark, overly serious, which... I will admit, it doesn't work in all cases. There have been times where I kind of cringed at... Oh, my sweet Grievous. A one-shot with a frickin' pack attack? Are you serious? Dude, I think... Jojo's flying type moves on Mankey, you will murder it. Yeah, that's obvious right now. I need to look something up real quick because this is incredible. Pokemon flying against rock. Flying type Pokemon have a severe weakness to rock type attacks. That's a really big shame. I was kind of wishing, given how hard Spearow has been hitting this this session, I was kind of hoping I would be able to get. I would just be able to use Spearow for the remainder of this, so that I could at the very least until I beat Brock. But doesn't really look like that's going to be the case. A fighting type is weak to a flying type. Yeah, that makes sense. Mankey will probably be your only your option, because the other Pokemon you haven't caught are weak to rock. Spearow has above average attack in early levels. Well, obviously, if I'm able to one shot a Mankey this early on in the game, then clearly, it has pretty substantial attack to all of my other Pokemon. Let's actually look at its stats real quick. It has an attack of 9, a defense of 6, special attack 6. Okay. Let's see. I have a Rattata of level 4. That thing has not been trained yet, so... And it has a lower attack than my Spearow does, so... There you go, that's kind of crazy, but, you know... That's gonna make for an interesting... Spearow might make for a very fantastic partner, though. If I end up... in a pinch, Spearow might be the one that I will be coming to. Might. That remains to be seen, because I don't know what the rest of this game has in store for me. Okay. That should hopefully be enough. Should be enough. Come on. Capture it. Capture it! Yes! I did it! I frickin' did it! Alright, Mankey, the pig monkey Pokemon. Extremely quick to anger. It could be docile one moment, then thrashing away the next instant. That makes sense. It definitely looks fairly menacing, doesn't it? Alright, let's see what you have in store for me, buddy. Kinda terrible HP, unfortunately, but, you know, it's the early game. What you expect. I do wish that, that it had a little more HP than what it currently has. But yeah. I got it, that's what matters. That's what matters. It's definitely going to be extremely helpful up against Brock later on. Especially because my Charmander... Charmander is just not going to do it. Remember to teach it low kick. Do I need a TM for that? Do I need a TM to teach Mankey low kick? Or can it be obtained using... by simply training it? If I can just... train Mankey and give it a low kick that way, that would be fantastic. Anyway, yeah, I definitely need to... It's in its level of moves. Okay, cool. What we're gonna do is we're gonna train Mankey for the time being. I honestly just kind of want to train all of my Pokemon, because this is going to take absolutely... because all of my Pokemon are weak as shit. My Charmander is the only one at level 7 at this moment. It's going to be a massive back and forth, because my Mankey is about as low of a level as it can possibly be. Spearow is the only one that's kind of powerful at this stage in the game. Pidgey and Rattata only know Tackle, so that's also not going to be helping me much. The early game of this, it's rough, man. It's really rough. And I'm not a fan of it. The worst thing about early Pokemon games, no EXP share. Switching out constantly, bleh. I honestly don't really mind the lack of EXP share in this. It honestly makes it so that training Pokemon is a lot more interesting. And it makes it a little bit more engaging, because you actually have to work hard for your Pokemon to become as strong as they could possibly be, or as strong as you want them to be anyway. I found the EXP share when I was looking it up. I honestly never really was into the idea of EXP share, just because it doesn't really make for a very interesting Pokemon experience, I don't think. Less overpowered Pokemon. Yeah, because with the EXP share, all of your Pokemon just get instantly incredibly powerful right from the very beginning. And as much as I personally... Oh, Racco has fallen asleep. I don't know, it's... I kind of like this a little bit more than the EXP share, I think. Even if I also believe it's a little bit too slow for my liking. Let's see. I want to get all of my Pokemon to at least level 5 before I move on to Viridian Forest. Which might take a while. Also, another thing that I would love to get out of Viridian Forest. Pikachu, of course. Like, the chances of finding a Pikachu are very, very slim in Viridian Forest. But you can get it. And I remember when I had Pikachu in my team, it was kind of a ridiculous beast. So if I can get a Pikachu in this, that would be amazing. And I would absolutely use it as one of my main Pokemon throughout this entire journey. Right. Let's see. Spearow, enter the field. Oh, no, 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 I don't want to switch Pokemon again. Not yet, anyway. There we go. 7 experience points. My god. Doing battle up against weak Pokemon with weak Pokemon is also not helping matters either. But I also can't really go up against strong Pokemon at this stage in the game. Also, as I make way to Viridian Forest, what is a Pokemon that I should get there? There's Weedle and Caterpie. Obviously, there's a couple more there. There's obviously Pikachu, which I will absolutely try to get. But, out of Weedle and Caterpie, which one should I go for? I like them both. I think they're both awesome. But Butterfree I find more useful. Makes sense. Although, does it make sense? I don't know, actually. Butterfree has Sleep Powder, which is extremely effective to put your foes to sleep so they can't attack. Very true. But I also found that it's not necessarily all as useful as you might think. Because the main issue with sleep that I noticed was that my opponents will just bring their Pokemon back and just throw in another very strong one. And Butterfree stats, as far as I'm aware, are not especially great. Especially its speed stat, which is probably the most important in that. Caterpie will be Butterfree, which gets a crap ton of powders, such as Poison Powder, Sleep Powder. Yeah, that's very true. Should I get a Caterpie then? I think I might as well, actually. I might as well. Could come in handy later on in the game. We got a PG! Hello! Trainers don't withdraw Pokemon as much in these early games. Trainers are... Huh! I remember them withdrawing their Pokemon relatively often in this. But again, my memory might be a little bit washed. Just because it's been such a long while since I've played this. Alright, Spearow. Give it your best shot. There we go. Alright, this is already going a lot better than I was expecting, actually. I still don't know about Mankey. How long until Mankey levels up? I want to get Mankey to at least level 4 before I go. Okay. I just need to do one more battle before it goes up to level 4. Then I'm gonna go back to the Pokemon Center one last time. To heal all of my Pokemon up. Not that it's necessary, because all of my Pokemon are at full health anyway. But just... Viridian Forest is a very big area. So I want to make sure my Pokemon are in as good of a condition as they can be before I go in. Once I go in, it's go time. Barks are all very flimsy and easy to kill in these early games. Oh, can somebody feed poor old Rekko over there, please? Would be awesome. I can't recommend any of them for trainer battles, but Butterfree can at least help you capture Pokemon. I will probably, at the very least, get either a Weedle or a Caterpie for the purpose of having, since Butterfree seems to be that useful, Butterfree, getting a Caterpie would probably be my best bet. So I'll probably get that for the purpose of having a bunch of powders by my side. Brock's strongest Pokemon is level 14, so make sure you're around that level before you fight him. That would obviously be a very good, good bet to make. Luckily, the trainers in Viridian Forest are pretty good to do battle with. they will absolutely level up my Pokemon to a significant margin. And like I said, Viridian Forest is also a very big area, so my Pokemon are gonna get leveled up there very good either way, so... Pretty much golden there. Although I do need to be very careful with what I use my items on, because I don't have a lot of items. So... Alright, we'll see how it goes. Oh, no, that's not the bun that I meant to push. I kind of need, I just now came to the realization that I hardly have any Pokemon plushies behind me. I have a lot of plushies, but for some reason, Pokemon plushies are not among them. So, that's definitely a little weird. I feel like I should probably do something about that. I want to at the very least get a Mightyena plush. But those things can also tend to be quite big and quite expensive because of how big they are. Alright. It's almost time. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save. No, actually, I'm gonna go into the forest first before I save. Then I'm gonna grab a little something to drink. My water is almost completely up. Now it is up. Here we go. So, I'm gonna grab a little something more to drink real quick. Gonna go away from keyboard, obviously, for that. And after that, we're gonna traverse through Viridian Forest. And we're gonna hope I will survive. We're gonna wait and see what happens. I will be back in just a second. Alright, we're back in business. I just realized new Pokemon games autosave. So does that mean the save function in newer games is redundant and just there so older Pokemon gamers can just have that good feeling of saving? Yes, but no. Autosaving typically only works in particular parts of the game. So it's not really a guarantee that your game will always save at any particular moment. That only happens after a certain period of time or when you reach a particular point in the game. Like when you switch between locations, like routes or cities or whatever. So it's definitely always a it's always good practice to just save your game before you shut off your game, just in case any progress that you did make did not get lost. It's something that I always do with my games anyway, regardless of if they autosave or not. Right, we got a potion. Did I actually heal my Pokemon before I get here? Yes. Cool. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Oh, we're up against a Metapod. This was the thing that people wanted me to catch, right? How long is this gonna take, you think? Because Metapod is just gonna keep hardening and hardening the more time progresses. So this could take literally hours. I remember I once played Pokemon LeafGreen when I was a kid, and I was battling up against a Metapod of, I think, level 10 or something. It was a trainer battle, and that health bar was going so incredibly slow, it literally moved a little bit like this. Follow my cursor. There you go. It was just moving along so slowly, and I was like, God damn it, is this still going? How much damage does this guy take? Metapod equals instant run for me. Well, in fairness, this is going relatively well so far. Like, it's not going as slowly as I was expecting this to go when I entered the battle. It's already in the red. So it's already safe to capture, I think. I only have 3 Pokeballs left. I gotta really think about this. Because of how few Pokeballs I currently have. And I really want to get that Pikachu. I'm gonna try and capture this Metapod once, and if that doesn't work, I'm just gonna take it down. And there's no need for that, apparently, because I got it. So now...
Welcome, Kayla Rexbom.
Well, you heard our little fox friend. Welcome to the stream. It's great to have you here. How's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I sure am. Alright, Metapod. Your defense must be crazy. Well, not crazy, actually. It's also literally the only thing that he can do, just harden. Nice to meet you all. Nice to meet you too. It's great to have you here. Alright. So now that that is out of the way, since this is your first stream here, what I'm doing here is just a regular old Pokemon run. I know that a bunch of crazy challenges have recently been popping up. There's a randomizer, there's Ironmon, which is Kaizo Pokemon, also randomized. But I just felt like playing some good old-fashioned, no-nonsense, just straight Pokemon LeafGreen. So that's what we'll do it. Bug Pokemon equals stupidly high catch chance. That is true. Bug Pokemon are not especially known for being that strong, so attempting to catch one is almost guaranteed to work out for you. Now, it's not always guaranteed that it's going to be a particularly fast battle, but when you try to take one down, but that's another story entirely. Alright. I'm honestly glad that I didn't have to catch Caterpie at this stage in the game. Getting a Metapod is gonna... getting a Metapod right off the bat honestly saves me a lot of time just getting a Metapod. Getting a Caterpie to evolve to Metapod. Although I don't know how much time it's actually going to save me as far as getting it to evolve into a Butterfree though. That might be a frustrating endeavor. We'll wait and see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll be a really swift, a very quick experience, and I won't have to be sitting here for 13 episodes just to get that frickin' thing to evolve into a Butterfree of all things. That's something to actually figure out. What level does Metapod evolve into a Butterfree?
Metapod evolves into Butterfree at level 10.
Are you for real? Can someone confirm that for me, please? People call me a G-Max Snorlax. Oh, man. Bug Pokemon evolve really quick, but does Metapod seriously evolve at a level 10 already? That is absolutely insane! Okay. Well, I guess I know what I'm gonna do. Well, actually, I don't know if I'm gonna do that just yet. Maybe I should wait for that for later. Or maybe I should just go back to the Pokemon Center and... How many potions do I have left? 6. Okay, I don't think it'll do much harm if I'm gonna use one on Metapod right now. I don't know. I'm gonna go back to the Pokemon Center. I need to save those potions for whenever a particularly big challenge pops up, and I know for a fact that it will. I don't have any money left to buy any more potions, so I cannot afford to lose any more than I already have lost in the process of doing this. Also, we have a full party. That is something to celebrate. Oh, that's not the right button that I meant to use. I forgot how long this sound effect actually... That sound effect is a lot longer than I honestly would prefer. I should probably shorten that down by a lot, but hey, it works for what it needs to do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch Metapod with Mankey, and we're just gonna keep flip-flopping back and forth between them during battle. I'm gonna send Metapod into battle. And then immediately switch it with either Mankey, Rattata, or Pidgey. And we're just gonna go from there. I love this song. Oh yeah, the Viridian Forest theme. Do you mean the Viridian Forest theme, or do you mean you spin me right round or something? That's a level 5 Caterpie. We're gonna throw Spearow into it. Let's see how well that goes. A flying type is strong up against bugs, right? Whoa! Okay, that Caterpie is kinda sick! Okay. I was not ready for Caterpie to be that powerful. Spearow is already... Spearow is already down to 9 HP. That's not good. Spin me right round. Classic 90s. Nice. Man, the 90s were a wild time for music. The 90s seemed like a wild time in general, to be honest. I haven't experienced the 90s myself, but it sure would have been an amazing time to be alive. As far as I'm aware, anyway.
Perks up ears and looks around excitedly. Hi at everyone. I'm Rocco, Koen's Red Fox pal. Let's have some fun and spread cheer together. Fox emoji, sparkles emoji.
I feel like you already said that this stream, Rocco. Rocco, whatever. You good there, little fox buddy? Oh, that's bad. That's bad. A Rattata with poison. No. Come on, Rattata. At the very least, hit that Weedle. Hit that piece of crap. That's really not that much damage. Oh, no. Yeah, I am not doing that. Mankey! Help us out here, please! I hate that poison sting. I hate it so much. It's a terrible move. It's a terrible move to go up against, I should say. Come on, Mankey, take out that Weedle. Take it out. We definitely don't want that thing around here. Also, does anyone remember Misty absolutely freaking out over having a Caterpie on her leg all of a sudden? Oh shit, I don't think I should get a Weedle, actually. But yeah, Misty just freaked out over, I feel like, virtually everything in the Pokemon anime. Oh my goodness! Is that the end for Mankey? I don't think that's the end for Mankey yet. Okay. I'm gonna have to do something before Mankey goes out. Antidote. Immediately. Oh, I got 2 Pokemon with poison, of course. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Alright. I need to be super careful. I probably don't want to battle another Weedle if I can help it. Because Weedle is just gonna ruin my day if I continue battling that thing. And I'm gonna be healing my Spearow. Should I also heal my Rattata? I'm gonna heal it. It's definitely not a good idea to be keeping that a Pokemon with such low health on me. Alright. First our trainer battle. This should be interesting. I honestly forgot that Pokemon, that your first trainer battle takes place in Viridian Forest. That's weird, right? Is it weird that this is where Pokemon battles start? Weedle is at a level 6. I don't know if I should be doing this so early on in the game. I'm gonna try with Spearow. It's probably gonna go horribly, to be honest. Oh, this is gonna suck so hard. I don't even know why I'm doing this. Oh, nice! Nice job, Spearow. Go for it. Give it your best shot! There we go. And we got a Metapod going up to level 5. Spearow, also level 5. Okay.
Welcome, Phantom Strider.
Yo, Strider enters the Twitch chat. Welcome, welcome. Alright, let's also take down this beautiful, well, beautiful Caterpie. Whoa, okay, nice. My Spearow is actually kind of a beast in the early game. Which is awesome, but I also need to level up all of my other Pokemon. So, I'm gonna switch over to Mankey. Which is almost level, which is also leveled up always, always. Wow, nice. And that should take care of Caterpie. If it doesn't miss, and of course it doesn't. We're trying to figure out how to interact with your fox. I'm stumped. There's a couple of commands in the description of the Twitch stream. There's a couple of you can put those commands into the live chat, and that should do it. Alright. Caterpie can't hack it. No, of course not. Your Caterpie is nowhere near powerful enough to do much damage to any of these Pokemon. Although my Pokemon are also not that powerful. So, Weedle. I actually don't know if this is a good area to be leveling up my Pokemon that much. I mean, in terms of trainer battles, that would probably do the trick. If I was to only do trainer battles, that would probably help, but... in terms of just straight up wild Pokemon, I don't think this will help that much. Unless if I was to come across a Pikachu which, if I recall correctly, is a little more powerful than most of the Pokemon here. Oh my sweet Grievous, a level 7 Weedle. Alright! Alright, we're gonna do this. We're gonna freaking do this. And I'm gonna do it with Spearow.
Welcome, Phantom Strider.
How do I give you food? What do you eat? Exclamation point treat should do the trick. Hang on, let me actually try that for myself. I haven't messed around that much with that feature. I believe this should just do it. Also, I should probably fix the... How do I treat you to a treat? That doesn't seem to do the trick. This isn't even a development stream, but this is something that I would like to mess around with. Could be a fun one. Configure. This had to be a little bit scuffed, but that's okay. Let's see. He seems to be happy now that we're excited, but I have no idea if whatever you did actually did anything. Let's see, chat interactions. Chat commands. Don't think that is something... Let me just do something crazy here. It is also worth noting that a lot of the things that you could probably do with this are still not available to me yet, because more than half of the features that this the Pando, which is the extension that I use for this, only work for Twitch affiliates and Twitch partners, which I am neither of yet. So that's kind of a shame.
Ah, that's the spot.
But oh well. Maybe we will get there at some point. I'm gonna try and figure out how to work with this whole extension very, very soon. There's something to play around with. To be honest, I don't even know if this is going to be a permanent thing that I will be adding to the streams. The only reason why I even added this to begin with was because I just wanted to have something silly in the streams. I thought this would be funny. But I don't think it's going to be a permanent thing. We'll see about that. We will see about that. And... God, I'm so sick of all of these Weedles. I'm so sick of all of these. I honestly don't know why it's not possible to get the question thing to work on this either. Because that doesn't even seem to be working properly. A lot of experimentation is in order there. I will be doing a dedicated live stream to just messing around with some of the extensions that you can use on Twitch. Just to see if I can get anything to work on here. Because I would like to make the streams a little bit more interactive and a little bit more fun in the process. Or at least I hope that I will be able to accomplish that. I'm hoping little things like this would be able to accomplish that for me. Oh, Mankey was poisoned. Are you for real? I'm gonna have to go back to the Pokemon Center again. I really have not come to miss this about Pokemon and Pokemon playing this. A Kakuna! No! No! Why? Why must it be a freaking Kakuna? Alright. I have one last antidote yet. I have one last antidote left. I'm gonna heal Spearow. I'm gonna bring my Spearow onto the field. Mankey is probably gonna faint now. It did. I'm gonna bring out my Spearow. And I'm gonna hope that that will be enough to take out Kakuna. If it isn't, then Charmander will have to do the trick. And it looks like Spearow is gonna be enough. Thank God for that. I really wish that frickin' Spearow.
I'm Rocco.
That was such a huge ass delay. I don't know if that was a response to your message, Strider, but that was definitely a delay and a delay and a half. Alright, there we go. Well, that was the first feint of the day. I'm hoping that will be... it's definitely not gonna be the last one, let's be real. But it would be nice if it would be the last one of the day. Back to the center we go. And that should be enough. How much money do I have? Not a lot. 200. Should I see if I can buy more potions? Perhaps I could buy more potions. How much does a potion cost? 300. I don't even have anywhere near enough to be able to buy a new potion. Hey, wait a second. I just now realized There was something really important that I forgot about before I went to here. And that something resides in Pallet Town. So we're gonna have to go down there for a little bit. Actually, I think there's also a clerk of the Viridian Mall. Here? Yeah, there we go. I'll give you a sample. Here you go, and we're getting a potion. Clary Moth, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here. Oh, that's the wrong place. We need to pay a visit to Gary's house real quick. And there we go. We get a town map. And this thing is gonna come in handy a ton later on in the game. Well, at least for the time being. Let's see. We're gonna pass Viridian Forest, and then there it is, Pewter City. That'll be our first stop on this very chaotic journey. I want to keep going. We're gonna keep this stream going until I reach Pewter City. When we reach Pewter City, I'm gonna call the stream there. Because we have been going on for quite some time at this point. But, yeah, this has definitely been a really fun endeavor to be back into here. Let's see. Trainer tips. Catch Pokemon and expand your collection. Yeah, I know. Not entirely certain if I like the phrasing collection in that particular phrase, though. That seems a little, sus. I should probably have a Among Us sound effect playing there. The sus sound effect for Among Us, if you remember that one. Alright. Let's see, what is my team looking like right now? It's looking pretty good. Charmander is not the most powerful Pokemon that I have right now. I really should train my Mankey. Mankey is definitely the one that I will need the most of. Especially during my battle with Brock. If I'm going to battle Brock, Mankey is the one that I will have to rely on. If I can't bring Mankey up to a much higher level than what he currently is, I'm in trouble. Because he at the very least needs to have low kick in order to do much damage to Onix at all. I find it hilarious, by the way, that a fighting type Pokemon like Onix, like Mankey is able to crumble down a big ass rock like Onix. Like Onix is all rock. Like it's I don't know. I found that so incredibly funny. Also, completely unrelated, it is starting to get uncomfortably hot in my room. So, I have a big fan sitting here. I'm gonna hook it up real quick. I'm gonna turn it on because it's getting uncomfortably hot around here. Oh, sweet Grievous. Alright, I apologize in advance if you are able to hear that, but it's getting way too hot for me to comfortably sit here and not have that on there. I would open up a window, but the windows are boarded up, so I can't open it, unfortunately. Trust me, if I could, I absolutely would. I have no desire to be sitting in a scorchingly hot room like this for a whole live stream. Too bad I don't really have much of a choice. Alright, come on. Poison Sting, don't give it poison. Don't give it... Oh, thank God. Alright. Mankey is definitely low on health right now. It's not going well for that poor guy. Neither is it going for Charmander. Come on. Burn that shit down. Here we go. I seriously wonder, how did I even remotely... Yes! There we go! We did it! We got a low kick out of Mankey. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go, guys. Look at that. Let's actually look at this. Its accuracy is 100 on this. A low tripping kick that inflicts more damage on heavier foes. BAM! Alright. Now I just need to remember what level was Brock's Onyx at. Because that could be the biggest bottleneck in this entire thing right now. Because the thing with Mankey is that my Mankey is currently at level 6. Which is not great in this stage in the game. It could be a lot worse. Like, Mankey currently has more attack than any of my other Pokemon. I think it has even better attack than Charmander does. It does. So Mankey is definitely a powerhouse of a Pokemon at this stage in the game. So that is incredibly sick. The main issue that I'm going to have to face, however, is actually trying to beat Onyx. It can be done. I'm very certain that it can be done. It's just going to be a bit of a nightmare to actually get there. We're going to hope for the best. We're going to try it. And we're going to have to hope for the best. Oh boy. Come on, Caterpie, go down. I don't need your bullshit right now. Now, to be clear, when I reach Pewter City, next time, that does not mean I will be doing battle with Brock yet. I will not be going to the Pewter City gym quite yet until my Pokemon are at a much higher level than what they currently are. Simply because Brock is a powerhouse and he has some of the most powerful Pokemon in the early game. And it really does not help that my main Pokemon at this stage is a Charmander at level 7. Fire type is really not gonna help me much with Charmander in the early game. And the same thing goes for technically literally everything else. Flying types are also really not that powerful. So I will have to rely, unfortunately, on Mankey for doing a good job for me. Or to do a good job for me, sorry. Which is unfortunate, but it's also understandable. I'm just hoping that whatever I have will be enough. It should be enough. If it's not gonna be enough, then that would be a big issue for me later on. And I'm really not prepared for what could happen from there. Let's see. Even my Charmander doesn't even have the greatest of stats. Mankey currently has the best stats in the whole game, and Charmander is even my highest level Pokemon at this stage in the game. So that just goes to show just how incredibly crazy Mankey is in the early game. It's utterly insane how powerful that thing is. I'm gonna start throwing my Pidgey into the game. Alright, Weedle. Give me your worst. I said give me your worst. Don't poison my frickin' Pidgey. There you go. What? What are the odds of my Pidgey getting poisoned twice in the same battle? Okay, this is bad. This is really bad. Oh, alright. Come on. Rattata. Give me your best shot. There you go. Metapod and Rattata both get not a lot of experience points, unfortunately. I really wish that Metapod just had some decent moves up its sleeve. Like, the only move that Metapod can do in the early game is Harden, and that is just... It's not gonna... that is just not gonna do it, unfortunately. Alright. I know that this guy has that ridiculous Metapod that I was talking about fairly recently. Oh my god. Oh my god, it has several. I forgot that this guy... I think this guy has 3 Metapods. Oh, okay. Alright, come on. We're gonna frickin' do this. We're gonna frickin' do this. Oh, that's actually a super effective move. Woo! Metapod! Level 7! Let's go! Charmander! Move up to level 9. It does not, unfortunately. Okay, so he's got a Caterpie next. That's fine. I can live with that. I can live with that. That is perfectly fine. Come on, Spearow. Peck that guy into oblivion. Peck that Caterpie into oblivion. My beautiful girl. There we go. Spearow level 7 as well. And we got Leer. Don't know how useful that is going to be, but... Hey, I'll take it. Next up. Mankey. And we got another Metapod at level 7. Let's see how powerful this is. Not very effective. Alright. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick, so I'm gonna go do that. And when I'm back, we're gonna absolutely obliterate this Metapod. See you then.
Did you know you can pet me? Check out the Pet Cafe.
Well, it's time. It's time to take on the pod. Let's see how long this is gonna take. I remember once... I remember I was doing battle with this guy once, and I had a really rough time taking out this this one guy, so... This could take forever. So, hope you're ready. Oh my god. I kinda do want to do this with Metapod, but the problem with this is that it's just gonna take such a long time for me to do any damage to even take out this freaking thing in the first place. And it has a defense curl, and it has... Oh. I hate these freaking moves that just rise up the defense of a certain Pokemon. Luckily, Metapod's defense cannot go up any higher, so that's a good thing. But I mean, oh shit. Hang on. Almost completely forgot to close the doors. Kind of important. I don't really want to bother anybody with my absolutely loud screaming when I'm doing these kinds of live streams. So, there you go. And we're gonna scratch it. And there we go. Metapod is down. 108 experience. And it's still not leveled up. Because of course it isn't. That would take it... that would be way too easy for that to happen. How many potions do I even have? I still have 3. I kind of want to do this. Should I? I'm gonna do it. This could backfire dramatically, but I do really want to do this. Now, what I would like to do in the next stream is I do want to go back to Viridian City and train all of my Pokemon a little bit more so that they would be at a higher level. And so that I could actually get my Pokemon to a level that would be a lot better for the battle with Brock. Because as it is, like, Mankey is an absolute tank. That's clear to everybody. But it is not the best possible thing. It's not a very good idea to bring a Pokemon of this low a level into a gym battle with Brock. Because Brock is just so gosh darn powerful. It's honestly more than a little bit ridiculous. And I don't know. Let's see what the trainer tips has to say. You can't catch a Pokemon. Yeah. I know that you can't catch a Pokemon that doesn't belong to someone else. Oh, wait a second. I just remembered. I haven't gotten a Pikachu yet. That is a thing that I still have yet to do. Okay. We're gonna stay in Viridian Forest for a little bit longer. I wanna try and get, or I could just go into Pewter City first, heal all of my Pokemon, and then I can go back to Viridian Forest and look for a Pikachu, because I have absolutely no desire to keep all of my Pokemon in the state that they are right now when I'm searching for a Pikachu. So that's what I'm gonna do. What's the hurry? Why the rush? I'm not rushing. I'm literally just walking around like normal, my guy. I don't know what you're on about, but anyway. I'm gonna try and take down your Weedle in one single turn. That did not work. Unfortunately. I kinda wish that did, but yeah. Spearow is currently in a really bad state. Do I have an antidote? I do not. Alright. Let's hope he survives before I get Pewter City, because it would be really bad if it didn't. I'm not gonna bring out Spearow at this stage in the game. Let's take down this beauty and level up my Rattata to level 6. Do you unlock a new move? You do not. That's a shame. This honestly used to scare me a lot. The whole glitching screen simulating the terrible state of a poisoned Pokemon. It used to always make me worried that my game was... I used to think that my game was broken when I saw that. Genuinely quite scary, but... Hey, nothing wrong with the game itself. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I think I now have enough money to buy more Pokeballs. I want to at the very least have one more Pokeball. That should give me plenty of tries to try and catch a Pikachu. Then I'm just gonna look for one. Oh shit, I have 2 Pokeball. Yeah, I'm gonna buy 2 of these. And one more antidote, just in case. Cool. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back into Viridian City. And I'm gonna try to find a Pikachu. They are incredibly rare in Viridian City, but you can get one. I did it before, and I'll do it again. Watch me. If this happen, if I find a Pikachu first try, that would be hilarious. I get a Kakuna. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but you know what? It's fine. Spearow is actually at level 7 at this state in the game. That's actually pretty sick. There we go. Kakuna, critical hit. And super effective. Go down. Alright, come on, man. Give me a Pikachu. I know it should be possible to find one here. I found a Pikachu here once before. Granted, it was a very long time ago, but I did get one. Oh, my Pidgey is still at level 5. That's... Ugh. That's rough. How much damage is this gonna do, even? Not a lot. I mean, it's still a lot more than I was expecting, to be fair. I was expecting it to move by literally just a pixel. These kinds of defensive moves that so many Pokemon can do, they're honestly quite devastating, all things considered. Because a lot of the times what would happen is that their defense just rises by, I can imagine, I swear to God, it doubles sometimes. Like, I don't know if that is accurate, I don't know if that's true, but I feel like it does double sometimes. And it just makes it so much more difficult and so much more frustrating to take down any Pokemon who has that move, who does a defense curl, or that hardens, or that does anything like that, you know? We get a Caterpie. Are you kidding me? I'm not even gonna waste my energy on you. I'm not even gonna waste my energy on you. Please be a Pikachu. It's a fucking Weedle. Are you serious? I'm not even gonna try. I don't even want to try. I just don't want my Pokemon to go down from a poison sting again. Happened to me way too many times at this point in the game. Come on. Give me a Pikachu! It's a Weedle. Okay. I'm gonna actually look this up, because this is driving me up a wall. What are the chances of finding a Pikachu in Viridian Forest?
In most classic games, like Red, Blue, Fire Red, and Leaf Green, Pikachu has a 5% encounter rate in the Viridian Forest. Exceptions. In Pokemon Yellow, Pikachu cannot be found in the wild at all because it is given to you as your starter. In Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, the spawn rate is bumped up slightly to 6%.
Oh, God! So it's actually quite rare. It's a lot rarer than I was expecting. My God! What? That is insanity. Okay. Is that worth it? I mean, I would say it's worth it. Because I think that it would be worth it to look for a Pikachu in these circumstances. Specifically because Pikachu is just incredibly powerful in this generation of Pokemon. It's always been incredibly powerful in any Pokemon generation, so... But... When I had a Pikachu at my disposal, it was, it hits like a truck. And I kinda need a truck in the Kanto region. It's gonna be incredibly helpful in all of the battles that we're gonna go up against. So I kinda wanna get one. But I did not realize that it was that rare an occurrence. I literally just... at one point, when I was a kid, I played through this, and it was actually quite crazy, because I just came across a Pikachu by sheer chance. By sheer luck, I came across one. And it almost seemed like it was absolutely effortless how I was able to find one of those. And... man, yeah, loves that was a thing back then. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of that, but... you know. Still wild that that happened. I definitely was not expecting it. I was not ready for it. It just kind of happened. It just kind of went that way. It was supposed to happen, I guess. It was meant to be. Did I don't remember if I catched it, actually. I think I did. I think I did catch it. Honestly, I can't even recall why in the world I even went, why I even tried to do that, but... doesn't really matter. I tried. I did it, and it's, it was quite the feeling. And I find another Weedle. I'm not even gonna waste my my energy on you. It's so incredibly not worth it to waste the my energy on a Weedle or on a Caterpie at this point. Because they can't, this little bugger right here. Oh no, not on my Metapod, not on my Metapod, don't poison it, don't poison it. No, why do you have to do that? Alright, let's just... I'm gonna try escaping. I can't escape, no. Alright. I'm just gonna take it out. I'm gonna take it out. Right now. Do this. 2 of my Pokemon are poisoned. You're kidding me. Alright. I'm gonna try this one more time. And then, yeah, it's not working. It's not gonna happen. I don't think Pikachu is gonna be obtainable for me at this point. That's fine. Charmander, will you please be so kind and finish the job? There we go. Thank you very much. And... let's, take on this Rattata real quick. There we go. I still need to get a Pidgeot. At some point. Alright. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite happy with what all we have accomplished. There's still a lot of work to do, obviously. Like, I still need to level up my Charmander significantly. I still need to level up my Mankey significantly. And Pidgey and Rattata definitely need a lot of work. But this guy right here... that's going to be quite powerful. It's going to be really, really nice for the battle up against Brock. I don't have a lot of healing items. That is absolutely going to be a problem when I have to go up against Brock. But you know, it's all good. I'm quite happy with what we have managed to accomplish today. I'm gonna save the game, and we're gonna call it quits for the time being. It feels good to be back in Kanto. It feels genuinely good to be back in the game after all this time. And it's gonna be a good time playing through the entirety of Pokemon LeafGreen once again. Relive those childhood memories. I hope you all enjoyed this wonderful live stream. If you did, drop a like, subscribe to PhoenixStarYT on YouTube, follow me on twitch.tv, I'm literally just about to leave the stream, Racco, sorry. But follow me on Twitch for more live streams and to PhoenixStarYT on YouTube. Follow me on Blue Sky for updates on PhoenixStarYT related projects. Check out my website for blogs, for poetry, for all kinds of stuff like that. You know the drill. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.
Atención!
Can't touch this. You can't touch this.
Game over.
Atención! Alweer een winnaar!
Oh la la, oh la la.
Turbo op de turbo!